Right. So, just want to hear from you. Like in a game situation, as an all-rounder, you've got bowling responsibility, you've got batting responsibilities. So, when you're going into your first spell as a bowler, how would you usually approach the game?
I usually start on working on my run up, make sure it's perfect.
Okay. How would you do that?
I first on the crease I jump one step for the for the big jump. Then I count 19 steps. Then I mark my best.
Okay. How important is your run-up to your bowling performance?
My run up is important because it gives me time to bring up the motion, wake up all the organs, and it gives me space for that jump so that I might not cross the line.
Avoid no balls.
Avoiding no balls.
Okay. So you've got your run-up set up. What else do you do going forward in preparation?
Going forward, my first ball is going to be full and straight on the fourth stump, and the first ball is to see whether the batsman is going to move or not,
Forward.
moving forward or not. Then I'll repeat the same ball 3 times. Then on the fourth ball, I will try to attack the batsman.
What do you mean attack the batsman?
Okay, I'll be attacking the stumps and making sure that is he going to play it forward or is he going to go backward.
Okay. So you're saying maybe for the first 3 balls you're going to go just outside of full ball, and then for the next ball you go full and straight. Why that change? From fourth stump to maybe to middle stump or off stump, whatever. Why that change?
Or the change is for maybe I might get a wicket or not.
Okay, let's say for the first 3 balls that you're bowling outside of, you've been beating the batsman is failing to play. Are you still going to change?
No, I'm not going to change. I'll place the same balls with a little bit of swing. Maybe I might get a nick.
So you might get some caught behind.
Yeah.
So what kind of situation would make you change your line from fourth stump to a bit straighter?
Okay. There. Maybe it's gonna be.
Isn't you said your first 3 balls you may start maybe with a line that is on fourth stump.
Yeah.
Then you said maybe you can also move to bowling a bit more straight, attacking the batsman. Right. What would make you make that change? What kind of situation would make you change from a fourth stump line maybe to a middle stump line?
Oh. I'll be wanting to make sure if the batsman can play, if the batsman can drive or not. That's what I'll be looking for.
I'm saying you've been bowling outside of fourth stump, isn't it?
Yeah.
And it's full. Say you want to see whether he can play front foot.
Yeah.
And he's driving you for 4. What else can you change?
Okay, I'm going to shorten the length and bring in a bouncer.
Okay.
And maybe I might get a nick and the batsman is going to be caught behind.
Okay, so you're saying one of your options is to shorten the length and bowl a bouncer. Right. If you're bowling a bouncer, are you going to change your field for that, or you remain with the same field?
I'm going to change the field.
Right. Tell us your field state. How you're going to change it from your first line, which is outside off and full, and then from to a bouncer. What kind of a field are you going to be making? Just give us maybe 2 changes on the field that you're going to make. Who are you going to bring in? Who are going to change position?
Okay. And then I'm going to change the square leg. Square leg is going to go deeper, a bit deeper, 3/4 deeper.
Okay.
And then the deep wicket is going to step on the boundary, and I'm going to bring in the keeper is going to step up a little bit on coming forward.
Why would you want to change the keeper's position as the ball?
Or I might get a nick, maybe when I'm bouncing the ball, when I bounce the ball. So
Why would you want the keeper to come close for a bouncer? You want your keeper to come close, or you want him to go back?
no, I would want him to go back.
You want him to go back. Why?
Because the ball will be on a certain height like this high. So if the batsman nicks, the ball is going to be
A bit higher.
a
isn't it?
bit high.
And then for your offside field, are you going to change anything?
Now I'm going to bring up one sleep, the third sleep. I'm going to have 3 sleepers.
So to start with, how many fielders do you usually start with on the offside? Just give us. How many sleeps?
Sleeps, I will have 2 sleeps
Okay.
and point, 2 covers and 1 long off.
Not long enough. So when it's now a bouncer, do you change any of those?
Yeah, the point will be a bit far away, maybe 5 steps going back. Yeah,
What else? Are you going to still need the long off?
no. I'll bring him to the field a bit, like 6 steps coming inside.
Okay. Why do you still need the middle, a long off? When you're bowling a bouncer, where are you looking to the batsman to hit the ball? Where is he most likely to hit the ball?
On the leg side mostly, and maybe I might get a miss shot, and when the batsman is going to nick the ball and it goes up, maybe it might be on the long side, so long mid off. The mid off is going to take a catch.
So he's inside the circle or outside?
It's inside the same.
Inside the circle. Okay. Well, that's fine. What other variations can you bring in? Or what other variations do you usually use?
I'm going to use the outswing. So I'm going to bring the ball on the middle and off stump. So as I'm bringing it, I'm trying to get an outswing so that the batsman might nick the ball and be caught on
So you're saying you have the ability to swing the ball away from the batsman?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. So you're saying you only use the away swing when the going gets tough.
Yeah.
Why not use it right from get to, because you're the opening ball? Why not start by looking for that away swing?
Or at first I will not be able to handle the ball because both sides will be shining. So as the game progresses, I'll be trying to look for something like one side shining and the other one, which will be down.
So you're saying when the ball is very new, it doesn't swing.
It swings a lot, so I will not get the grip on. It will be very slippery.
Is it? When you're holding the ball, are your fingers on the seam or on the face?
On the same, but sometimes I might get a bit slightly on the face of the ball.
So basically what you need is to work on your bowling with the new ball.
Yeah.
Because if the ball is swinging earlier on, that's not a disadvantage, is it?
Yeah,
An
it's
advantage. So the slipperiness of it or not, it shouldn't be a disadvantage. You just need to work on that. Right. I'm just going to give you a scenario. Like maybe when your team needs wickets, how do you usually plan the process of getting a batsman out?
At first, I'm going to use a fast-paced bowler. So
No, I mean you as a bowler.
Oh,
Your personal plans as a bowler, not as captain.
oh. The first thing I'm going to do is bring in 3 balls that are going. That will be going for the third off stump and the fourth stump. That will be quick balls, 3 balls. Then after that, I'm going to bring in those tricky balls, whereby
Which ones are the tricky balls?
the tricky balls, Yorkers and likes. By the Yorker,
No, I want specifics. I want you to tell us about tricky balls. You see, you said you're going to give us 3 balls outside of. Like, tell us the exact changes that you can make to try to get the baseman out.
Or after the 3 balls, on the 4th ball, I'll bring a fast quick ball that is going for the 3rd and the middle stump. And on the 5th ball, I'm going to bring the same ball. Then the last ball, I'm going to try to attack the batsman with the York.
So, how do you set them up now? Isn't you say starting from outside off, and then the 4th and 5th ball, how are they?
4th and 5th, they are going for the middle and the off stump.
And then you come in with the Yorker. Okay. So you're basically trying to set up the batsman.
Yeah.
Okay. And then how do you hope to get him out with the Yorker? Is it bowled? Is it caught? Is it how do you hope to get the batsman out using a Yorker?
I might get an LBW.
So you're looking for an LBW.
Yeah. And
so it's a straight Yorker.
Yeah.
Okay. So do you use that during the power play or outside the power play or any time when your team needs wickets?
I'm going to use it after the power play.
Okay. Why not during the power play?
During the power play, because I'll be having 2 fielders outside the 30 yards circle. So if the batsman hits me for, let's say, bowling that Yorker ball, the batsman is going to hit me a straight drive. So my fielders won't be able to chase the ball.
Okay, so during the power play, it's much riskier to use the Yorker. Okay, so when you do need wickets during the power play, you don't use the Yorker. What do you use?
Or I'm going to use this in-swinging ball, which is good length and going inside. So the ball is going to bounce on the offside of the stumps, going inside for the third, for the leg and the middle stump.
So what kind of field are you having for that one?
I'm going to have I'm going to move one slip. I'm going to take one slip and place him on the boundary as the short fight.
When you're running and bowl and the guy hits you for 4, as you're walking back to your run-up mark, what will be going through your mind? What are you thinking?
Well, what I will be thinking is that I will repeat the same ball and see if the batsman did it the batsman didn't get luck on that ball. So if he hits me the same ball, I'm going to change my direction.
Okay. So that's what you're going to do. But I'm saying you've just bowled the ball and he's just hit it. And you're turning back and you're going there. What is going through your mind? What are you thinking?
I'm going to be thinking about my field set and how am I going to handle the batsman.
Okay, so let's say you bowled the ball. Maybe it was not even a bad ball. And you bowled that what you thought was a good ball and he hits you. What should you be thinking? You think about bowling the same ball or you think about changing it?
I'll bowl the same ball.
You think about bowling the same ball. And if he continues to hit you, how do you try to respond? There are batsmen like that.
On that, I'll change my variations.
You start looking at your variation.
Yeah.
Okay. And then, so that is fine. So when you're bowling, there are certain things that you need to think about. One, you're thinking about your field set.
Yeah.
Two, you're looking at your line and your length. Three, you're also looking at the batsman. Right? When you're looking at the batsman, maybe when you're outside and you're not bowling, what kind of things can you look at from a batsman? It's a batsman. When let's say maybe you're fielding at point, you know that you're bowling your next spell from that end. What kind of things do you look at from a batsman?
I'll look at the shots the batsman is playing and his footwork.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the way he's handling the ball.
Okay. How does the footwork come in? What will you be thinking in terms of the footwork? Give us examples.
Okay. I can say, for example, when the bowler brings a full ball, I'll be looking at if the batsman can step forward and play the ball. So, if the batsman can move forward, so I'll be looking at full, like bringing up a bounce on the batsman.
If he's good coming forward.
Yeah.
Right. Now if he's good coming forward and is not so good playing on the back foot, how will you plan to bowl to him?
If he's good on his
On his front foot, but not so good on the back foot.
I'm going to use a bit of two yokers and trying to get an LBW on that. Then I might use a bit of, let's say, some bounces. Yeah.
Right. Okay. So you can either use your yorker or looking for the LBW, right?
Yeah.
If he's good on his front foot, which is okay. But what other best option? Because the yorker, if you miss the yorker, what does it become?
Sometimes it goes for 4 runs.
Yeah, I mean, where does it pitch? If it was supposed to be yorker and you miss your length, what does it become? Isn't yorker you're trying to pitch it there by his feet?
Yeah.
If you miss, it's either it bounces there or it's a full toss, right?
Yeah.
And that is front foot shot, isn't it?
Yeah.
So you're feeding his strength. So what other option can you try apart from feeding his strength? Because all those are full balls. A yorker is a full ball.
Yeah.
And usually he's playing on the front foot. It's a good option, but I'm trying to make you think about other options.
Those are my options.
Those are your only options.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you not try pitching it a bit short? Not necessarily a bouncer, but any ball that is going to force him onto his back foot.
Yeah, I'm going to use that as my strategy to maybe get a, what can I say?
To get an upper end.
Yeah.
So it's important for you as a bowler to try to test the weaknesses of the batsman. So you should be able to test him on his front foot. You should also be able to test him on his back foot, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's basic bowling. You can test him on his front foot and you see where he's good and where he's not. Also test him on the line. Some batsmen can play far away from their body, but they can't play here.
Yeah.
Right? So you should be able to use that to your advantage. Thank you for your time.
Thank you so much.
So,